Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. Hey, in today's video, I want to talk about improving your mindset. I think this video is really going to help a lot of different people that watch this, especially when you understand this right here, okay? What we consume on a consistent basis is going to shape our model of the world and how we see reality. So, in that case, then, if you are somebody that does not have a growth mindset, then this video is not going to help you. But there's a pretty good chance that if you didn't have a growth mindset, you likely wouldn't have clicked on this video. So with that being said, then, I've got some notes in here in front of me. First things first, what I just said, what you consume. There's negative stuff, and then there's like the positive stuff. Obviously, we want to consume the positive stuff. However, a lot of people will say that, but then they will go and they'll watch like videos on Instagram or TikTok that's like just mindless videos of people doing funny stuff to get attention, or like on TikTok, God, you could see literally anything on there. So you're consuming content that's not really doing anything for you. Like, it's not really teaching you a skill set. It's not really reinforcing an idea that you have. You're just mindlessly watching videos. And that's a good way to waste time. I'm not saying that I've done that in the past, but that's all it does, is it just wastes time. Other things, more on the negative side of stuff, things that I do not pay any attention to, is going to be news, politics, and stuff like that. Okay, news channels, from my understanding, they're designed to get your attention. Humans, especially women, humans naturally gravitate towards drama. We like drama because we want to know what's going on. So if you look at news channels, or even like some of the headlines that you can read on YouTube, right? They're designed to get you to watch them. So if they put like a negative headline, you're like, oh my God, that's bad. What is it? You're going to watch that. And then when they're talking, they're going to talk bad about something. Well, if you're talking bad or negative about something, that's going to reinforce your head or your mind over time to have negative thoughts, and you're going to start becoming more negative of a person over time. And I'm sure we've all been around somebody like that. That's just constantly. There was a girl that I was talking to, actually, that was just angry like 24/7. Dude, it was miserable being around that girl. Okay? And so when you consume stuff like that, such as the news or politics or not, anything that really isn't like uplifting, or what it is I'm going to talk about next, I'm telling you, the more of this content you consume, over time, your reality and the model of the world, or the way you see the world, is going to shape to fit that negativity. So what I like consuming is going to be more growth stuff, positivity, self-help stuff. Okay, so I just got a new book that I was given the other day at the gym I think it's by the Dalai Lama, and it goes, The Art of Happiness. Basically, that book is teaching you that in order to like you need to be happy within yourself. Like, first things first. Okay, so if you've ever dated somebody in the past that like relied on you for happiness, and then after like 6 months, when they found out they're still miserable and they're dating you and they break up with you because you're not giving them, or they need to find themselves or whatever, well, that's because they weren't able to find happiness with themselves. These kinds of people, they're usually sad, depressed, angry, frustrated. They probably consume like the negative like news medias, or they're not doing anything to improve the thoughts that they have inside of their own head. Okay, because we're not, okay, we might have thoughts in our head, but we're not those thoughts. We don't have to act or be the thoughts that we're having in our head. And I'm reading a book right now called The Untethered Soul that actually talks about that. And it's kind of weird. I'm only like the first couple of chapters, but that's a book. So The Art of Happiness is going to teach you, like, hey, you need to be happy within yourself first, because life in general, like, I'm a 29-year-old guy in a wheelchair, and I absolutely love my life. It's awesome. I do whatever I want, talk to whoever I want, and pretty much, yeah. I don't know how else to say that, but I love my life. It's awesome. And this is because I consume material that shapes my reality of the world, my model of the world, if you will, into a positive outlook. And when I go and practice new skills and I start seeing success and I become competent and then eventually confident at those new skills, that further reinforces the way I see the world into just being a much better place than what a lot of these people think it is. And that's because I'm consuming material on an everyday basis that's going to constantly reinforce what it is I'm trying to do or the way that I want to start seeing reality. So that's why I said if you want to practice like a new skill, like I teach people how to work on their social skills. That's something that I'm going up and practicing, like approaching girls and like girls you don't know, talking to new girls, and it could be people in general, but mainly for the guys, that would be how to approach women they want to know, but they're just not sure how to do it. I teach people how to do that, and so when I go out and practice that, and I'm constantly seeing success, that's reinforcing everything that I'm putting into my mind. All the books I'm reading, the audiobooks I'm listening to, the videos I watch, the coaches I work with, or the coaches I study, everything that they're telling me when I go out and practice that is reinforcing the way that I want to see the world. I know at this point in time that I have approached so many different women at this point in time, cold approach, like in person, a 29-year-old guy in a wheelchair, going up to girls that most guys wouldn't. And I've only ever had one person that acted like disgusted to see me. So right there then, that tells me that, hey, we were taught when we were younger, stranger danger, but the only way that you're going to get what you want in life is by going and talking to strangers. So if you're a single guy like myself and you want to go out and start dating women, hooking up with women, getting in relationships with women, like hot girls or the girls that you think are hot, you can't sit here and just rely on a dating app 24/7. You want to go and meet them in person like an actual fucking man would. And I'm doing that, which is why I can teach other people how to do it, because I'm confident enough to do it. So that mindset that I have now, that I'm confident enough that I know what I teach works, is because I have went out and consistently practiced what it is that I've been consuming on an everyday basis in order to get to this point. So again, going back to the growth, positivity, self-help, right here, books on happiness or books like spiritualistic books. So one of my favorite books ever is A Happy Pocket Full of Money. And then this book, Untethered, what is it? I think it's The Untethered Soul. I'm going this. My buddy Ryan Hamilton, Hammy TV on Instagram, 6 million followers, super famous guy. Well, famous like on Instagram. He told me about this book. Well, other places, not just that. But he told me about this book. And dude, it's an amazing book. Also, too, mindset with the people you hang around. I just got done telling you about Ryan. Dude's, fucking famous on social media platforms. And so hanging around someone like that also shares the same beliefs of like we can live the life we want if we just go out and do what we want to do, and we share similar beliefs on the content we consume. Other guys too. Ways that you can improve your mindset. Like if you're a dude getting into like other groups with men, because one of the things you're going to learn over time is you don't want to go to your woman to vent your problems, and if you do, tell her that you're going to take care of it. Now, what you really should be doing is, because women they might see that as weakness. If you're constantly complaining about a problem to her, she's going to act like your mother or your therapist. That'll turn a woman off. So that's why, and this is something that I'm trying to find now, so I could practice this because I've never been in one, but other groups with men where you can go and share your problems and hear from other men's experience about what you're going through, that is where you can vent those issues too, because men are going to tell you straight up, like, bro, whatever you're doing right now is fucking stupid. You're ruining your life right now. You need to stop doing it. I've been there. I've done that, and it hasn't been it hasn't done me any good. Like men are just going to tell you how it is, because men want to help each other. Men in these situations, we want to help each other live better lives. So that way, if you know now that like your woman doesn't want to be your therapist, well, if you've got guys that you can go and vent to, then you're always going to show up in your relationship as a pretty confident guy. And that's what a woman wants. That's what attracts her. So that did play into mindset, because if you're around a group of people that will want to help you improve your life, that's just naturally going to shape, again, the way your model and your reality of the world, okay? So right here is another one, is consistency. So of course, You ever heard that phrase? If you or you got to if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Something like that. Basically, what this says is like, if you want to keep consistently consuming the content that you want to consume, and if it's new to you, so for example, I like listening to audiobooks. Usually, first thing in the morning is like the easiest for me, and then I'll have some days where I'll listen to it. I'll listen to audiobooks for a long time, and then days like today where I'm like, I don't really feel like listening to books, and I kind of got to force myself to do it. And then I find if I force myself to do it, I don't really retain the information that I want to. However, just because you miss a day doesn't mean that you're just going to revert back to your old self, but you do want to keep up with it. I watch videos, or I'll listen to audiobooks, or I'll try to learn something new every single day. I will not skip a day about learning new information, or if I'm going to go back, I will revisit an audiobook that I've listened to 6 times to really drill down the concepts that I'm trying to learn. Because repetition is the mother of skill, I think. So where that comes into play is you also too, you got to understand, we only remember about 10 to 30% of everything that we see or hear like the first time around. So that's why I'll go back and listen to books several times just so I can really understand what it is that's being said. But that also comes down to consistency. That consistency of reinforcing what it is I'm trying to learn is going to go back to shaping the way that I see the world. That's what we want, guys. Something else that I started doing as well, it's like the last little bullet point that I have right here that may work for you, it may not, is daily practices such as like being grateful. So you might have heard different things like meditation, for example. That's got some positive benefits for it as far as like mentally goes. That's going to help you focus, especially in today's day and age where our attention spans with like TikTok and Reels, or because they're so short, our attention spans are just getting worse and worse. So meditation helps you focus, but it also helps like anxiety, stress, anger, and whatnot. But what I've been doing, and this has worked for me so far, so I haven't done this consistently. I had 2 days in a row I did this, and I skipped a day, and then I did it on day 3. And every day that I've practiced this so far, it has worked out in my favor. But I've woken up in the morning, I'm like, dude, I was like, you know what? I feel like having a really good day today. I was like, I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to figure out a way to have a great day. And I was like, well, what am I grateful for right now? Okay, because what I'm doing here is it's what you focus on expands. So if you focus on things that you're happy about, you're going to expand other areas of life that you can be happy in, and you're going to look for ways to be happy. So for me, for example, things that I'm grateful for is I'm a 29-year-old man that lives in a wheelchair. Basically, 29-year-old guy that has to use a wheelchair every day because I was hit by a drunk driver 6 years ago. So I'm extremely paralyzed. But yet I live in a house by myself. I drive a brand new Mercedes by myself. I have a German Shepherd that I take care of by myself. So I'm grateful that I'm in a position that I can do this, whereas other people need help because of their injuries. I'm grateful that I possess that I'm very extroverted to where I can go out and basically just talk and meet friends with everybody, and people enjoy talking to me. So that makes me feel good that I'm not limiting myself in my ability to go out and meet people, date people, and do what I want. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I possess this skill naturally to be able to go and do these things. I'm grateful that at this point in time, I can live the life that I want to live, and I can choose to do the things that I want to do. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I didn't die 6 years ago whenever I got hit by this drunk driver. I feel like I'm still here for a reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm grateful that I get to talk to you guys on YouTube to a camera, because this talking, first of all, makes me feel better. But if I can teach you guys what I'm learning that's improved my life, or mistakes that I've made in the past to hopefully help you guys, well, that's going to make me feel good knowing that I've helped somebody else. So you see what I'm doing here? See what I just said? What you focus on expands? See how I just kind of went off like that? Try it out, guys. You're going to be surprised if you say, you know what, I'm going to have a good day today. What am I grateful for? I want to say it was like Tony Robbins or someone that I learned this from, but I've known about doing this for so long, but I've never actually committed to doing it. And then one day, randomly, I was like, you know what, I'm going to have a good day today. Let's just try it out. But it works. Every single time I've said that first thing in the morning, I'll like leave the gym after talking to like new people or some friends or working out, and I'm like, dude, it's already 12 o'clock and I'm having an awesome day. I'm like, this is sick. So that's gonna be the video right there, guys. Hey, listen, if you are a guy that wants to get better at dating or maintaining long-term relationships, my new book is finally out. Click the link down below. You're gonna see a video on the next page that's going to explain why this book works so well and how it's going to help you. And if that applies for your situation, pick it up. Also, my personal coaching with me is available. So same thing. Link down below in the description. You'll see a video that explains why working with me works so well and how I can help you. And then just like that, how my coaching is going to help you, okay? So with that being said, guys, hey, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all around.